politician who should really know what he's talking about and was in a position to know since he was in charge of that ministry, said to me once that you have handlers in Pakistan. And when one reads your articles related to Pakistan...
What's a handler?
Handler is somebody who's telling you what to do, what to write. Obviously, you know what a handler is. Don't play innocent on me. When Mumbai siege was going on, there were handlers.
I thought handlers were what spies had to tell them what to do. So are you suggesting I'm a Pakistani spy?
This is what this person, politician, said to me, that you, not that you're a spy.
And you believed it.
But that you push their agenda. And when you reach...
You believe it?
It's possible, because when I read, for example, July 25th, 2010, your article on Pakistan and India relations, the whole article is presenting Islamabad's point of view, not Indian, and not even considering it.
Okay. If you believe it and think it's a credible comment, well, you obviously think it's a credible comment worth asking,
yes,
rather than dismissing. So the truth of the matter is, no, I'm not a Pakistani spy.
No, you're not a spy. I asked you whether you're pushing Pakistan's agenda, because most of your articles are written from a Pakistani point of view, their point of view, the Islamabad's point of view.
I have never met anyone who has made that comment to me before you did. I've never had anyone ask me if I have handlers in Pakistan, as you suspect I do, because obviously you think it's worth asking. I don't think I've ever written anything that gives that impression.
You know, if you lead an insular life and people don't come up to you and say what a lot of people talk about, and if you read the blogs and if you read comments on your articles, you would see that
people think I'm a Pakistani spy.
I never said that. I said that you push Pakistan's agenda. There's a big difference between spy. I don't think you could be a spy, but I do think that there have been incidents, particularly you're driving Ashraf to Advani, which has been, okay, you have your contacts, fine, from your parents' time, fine. The point is that your articles particularly show a marked Pakistani point of view.
Well, I'm surprised you say that, but I'm sure there may be others who feel the same thing too. I don't think they show a marked Pakistani point of view. From time to time, certainly my articles present a Pakistani point of view, because I think as Indians we ought to be aware of it.
Do you ever plan to be rude? Because many times there are situations where you are rude.
Well, if I am rude, then that is clearly a lapse on my part. Because
or you can't help yourself. It just happens. When you get really exasperated with someone.
No, I think people can always help themselves. I don't think rudeness just happens. It ought not to. Anchors and interviewers should be sufficiently in control of themselves. And if I am rude, then that is clearly a lapse on my part.
You had a terrible reputation at one point for interrupting all the time. It was like, Kiran Bedi looks for publicity. Karan Thapar interrupts all the time. And I noticed that you interrupt less, but the reputation continues. People still say, Karan Thapar, rude, keeps interrupting. Well, did you sort of think about that and say, I've got to, or did your mother tell you, stop interrupting?
Reputations linger for much longer than the reality that they supposedly represent, so I'm not surprised that that reputation lingers. One, I suppose I interrupt less because I've grown older. Two, you learn from experience, and certainly when people keep telling you interrupt too often, you say to yourself that obviously they can't be wrong.